Trading at Schwab is now powered by Ameritrade, giving you even more specialized support than ever before. Like access to the trade desk, our team of passionate traders ready to tackle anything from the most complex trading questions to a simple strategy gut check. Need assistance? No problem. Get 24/7 professional answers and live help, and access support by phone, email, and in-platform chat. That's how Schwab is here for you, to help you trade brilliantly. Learn more at schwab.com/trading.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
I need just a little more Jesus. I need just a little more Jesus.
I need just a little more Jesus.
I need just a little more Jesus.
I need just a little more Jesus.
To help me along the way. I got too mad and I said too much. I went too far and almost cussed. No, my mama didn't raise me that way. Lord, I need a little help today. I'm way too sad and I'm crying too long. I can't keep saying everybody is wrong. Yes, my life is way too hard, but ain't nothing too hard for God.
Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, whoa, ha.
Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, whoa, ha.
Oh, whoa, ha, whoa, ha, 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 ha.
Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, whoa, ha, ha.
I said, whoa, ha, whoa, ha, ha, ha.
Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, whoa, ha, ha.
Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, ha, whoa, ha.
Get it to it.
Wah ha ha, wah ha ha ha, wah ha ha, wah ha ha ha, wah ha ha ha, wah ha ha, wah ha ha ha, wah ha ha, wah ha ha, wah ha ha ha,
whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha. Where's my tambourine?
I need just a little more Jesus. I need just a little more Jesus. I need just a little more Jesus.
It's my weed.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show about nothing. It's Jada XD. Yes, reporting here from another bitch's signal chat.
Another bitch Wi-Fi. I should make my Wi-Fi another bitch's Wi-Fi.
Mine used to be called the Wi-Fi type.
I know. You know how I feel about any variation of wifey, weefy. I hate it. I hate it.
That was genius.
It was. Genius. No, it actually was.
I'm the wifey type.
Maybe I'll change mine to, will you be my weefy? Yes, yeah, I'll be your weefy.
Yeah, wifey. Oh my gosh. Yes, welcome back to the Sure. Really big Sure. How was your week?
Week was good. Eid Mubarak. You know what I'm saying? To our Muslim brothers and sisters. I said it on Getting Grown. I'll say it here. Especially those who cannot observe in the ways that they deserve to observe. Who are not even getting the bare necessities of humanity met. So we want to make sure that we are still continuously keeping in the forefront our what's going on across the globe, our global community. These genocides have not stopped. And I did actually update with some fresh links for you all as to what's going on because there's been bombings in Yemen. And although there's been some good news with the RSF, not having control over certain parts of Sudan, there's still so much work to do. So please make sure you check out those links attached. As far as my week, dinner party sold out. So thank you to everybody who bought a ticket and is coming out and allowing me to feed you. What a nerve-wracking place to be, but it's going to be great and I'm excited. Now Noah's getting locks. She wants to lock her hair.
That's fun.
So I'm going to take her to the same wonderful woman who started mine. And, you know, have my little twinsy them. Her dad, really my Tristan's twinsy, but whatever. She wants to lock. I said, so, you know, I had to make sure I was like, I'm not trying to pressure you or.
Oh my God, wait.
What?
Does this mean your husband getting locks too?
Absolutely not.
Oh God, okay.
What? No.
Sorry.
No.
Oh
no.
God, that was a relief.
No,
I was about to say, oh sister.
I don't mind a little grow out from time to time. That don't bother me.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
like you can't. Not now. Like he already had braids.
We
so it's
40.
like he had braids back in the day.
We 40 plus.
Yeah, no, you can't. Not the. I mean, you can. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna shame the journey, but no, not over here.
Not at 40.
not over here.
Not at 40. No.
Oh God. Oh God.
No. Toes down.
No. So yeah, she gonna lock her hair. What else happened this week? So I want to talk to you. Well, actually, I'll talk to you about that later. I'll talk to you about that after the break.
Down.
I already have it written down.
Okay.
And then also I have one question for you. Is the ocean seafood soup?
New from Highliner, 6 seafood soups. And I mean seafood. Lots of it, in very special broth. Oh, take my word for it. All 6 new Highliner soups are made with a big helping of seafood. A big helping of seafood. But your family will tell you.
Like a bouillabaisse.
It's got salt, it's got vegetables, it's got seafood.
At the moment, yes.
Oh.
Only because the fact that the ocean temperature has risen. So I feel like it's more of a stew than anything else.
Okay.
Like, not only is it got like fish in it, it's got, you know, like
Octopus
other seasonings,
and,
like people and nuclear waste.
I mean, that's also in Kraft mac and cheese, so.
The Titanic. Yeah, it's true.
That's in Chef
also in
Boyardee.
Kraft mac and cheese.
That's in Chef Boyardee. Something sunk to the bottom of that.
Yeah. But to answer your question, yes, it is. Okay. I do believe it is. It is the galaxy's bouillabaisse.
Cool. How was your week?
It was okay. I have an axe to grind with America.
Okay.
Not. I mean, there's a lot to complain about in this country, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff and all that jazz. There's a lot of shit going on. But I want to talk to you all about this culinary lie that you all have continuously project upon us as Americans. Because I also feel as though, like, I have to admit that I have an American palate, right? And I realize that there are some things that I'm probably just going to just not understand or agree with, even though I find myself to be quite Epicurean.
Okay.
I say all this to say, you all are lying about matcha. And I want you all to stop, like, in Jesus' name. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have biblical foundation to condemn all of you for telling me that matcha is better than coffee.
Better? Wait. Now listen
in
here.
any form, either matcha, what's the Argentinian yerba mate?
Yeah.
Like, it's all the same to your girl. Now let me tell you the story.
Okay. I was like, because y'all gonna start that wheatgrass with that brush.
Yeah. So I live in lesbian Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
There is a cafe that sells everything plant-based. I'm talking about buns, even the fucking cups, even the whatever the fuck, right? Now, further down the block is this new coffee shop. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to support my local, whatever. Now, it used to be owned by another group, but whatever. Fine, it's still local. I'm going in. I was like, oh, this is owned by lesbians now. So I was like, okay, well, obviously, I mean, if there's more lesbian establishments on this block, and specifically white lesbian stuff, right? Because those are the only people that believe in matcha.
Yeah.
So I go in there. I'm going on my walk. I'm walking. I'm grooving. Getting my steps in because we're trying to be fit at 40, not all that stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, let me stop in here, get me a matcha because apparently, that's what the girlies tell me. If I'm trying to wean myself off the lattes and the coffees and things, that would be, beneficial. Now, years ago, I've had matcha, and I had matcha lemonade. Now, I was with it because the lemonade was good, and so it just made it real earthy. And I was like, okay, it tasted like a cucumber lemonade.
Okay, all right.
At that pop-up shop that they have off Canal Street. So I was like, okay. So I go in there to the white lesbian coffee shop, and they hook me up, and I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Jade. First of all, why is matcha so expensive? Why are things that taste like dirt so expensive? It tastes exactly like the weed I purchased. Moments prior.
Here's the thing with matcha. It has to be of like impeccable quality, right? Like you gotta damn near get that shit straight from Japan or wherever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gotta be of the highest quality. Otherwise, it just tastes like powdered wheatgrass. I've had a good matcha latte, but is that like my go-to? No, nigga, because I'm not drinking a latte for health benefits. Like I'm drinking it because I enjoy it.
Give me hot roasted bean water over whatever stewed weed, grass clippings.
If you're doing it for health benefits and it's really like, then sure. But honest, do not mix that. Do not put that shit in my coffee with no steamed milk.
Steep grass. Drink it that way. Eat
I'll tell you what I don't mind. I don't order it often because I actually don't prefer coconut in my coffee. But a golden latte, I'm not mad at a golden latte. You see what I'm saying?
Got urine in it?
No, nigga, turmeric.
Oh.
What is this?
What is this?
Smells like piss.
Smells like you.
Looks
Oh,
like
didn't touch
piss.
it if I was you, dear.
This is piss. Piss with me.
You can't
The
talk to a
other nature's
homosexual about
gold.
anything
I
golden.
know, you're right. I didn't say shower. I said. I don't know what you niggas are into.
I don't know what y'all do.
Doesn't it pee in it? Like, what a casual question. What a casual, preposterous question.
Not only am I gay, I also lived in the San Francisco Bay Area, so it's ingrained.
All right, well, it's time to pay some bills.
Thank you for listening each and every week. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Also, join us on Patreon, where we'll be covering, we are covering Love After Lockup.
Yeah.
This season, we're letting our hair down and discursing it all.
Yeah.
We will also be covering Handmaid's Tale on Patreon. If you are behind, you got a week. Actually, you got a week and a few days from today's episode. Actually, no, you don't, because it comes out on Tuesday. So you got time to catch up over the weekend. Also, you have time to watch our recaps on YouTube because we covered season 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Because we caught on the train a little late.
Yeah.
It's all free on YouTube. Go watch and subscribe to our Patreon because we will be covering the first 3 episodes next week because they drop on the same day. Woo. I know. I'm excited and scared.
Same,
You know what I mean?
actually. Yeah, I am.
Because
as
I gotta
well.
see how the shit ends.
I know.
Right?
I know.
And me and Offred have a complicated relationship, and I wish she would just let
That bitch get on
let
my
Lana
nerves.
go.
But I'm still. I know. She don't know you no more.
I know. Guess who's starting their Handmaid's Journey?
No, he's not.
I said.
I need live
Well.
video reactions. I need a week. You know how they do the soap operas, and I need a live weekly reaction to him watching him.
He hasn't started just yet, but he was like, "Well, with the new season, I'll catch up." I was like, "Oh, you do that."
Tristan will never
I am excited.
watch Handmaid's Tale. He is absolutely.
Well, because I had to explain, I was like, because he was like, is it a slow burn? Because he was like, the first episode is like a lot. I'm like, yeah, but there's like a lot of world building, right? Because you got to explain what the fuck Gilead is.
Yeah, and I can't. I already have to combat this nigga every time there's a black lady on the screen with a white man. He calls him a. And I'm like, you've got to stop doing it. So I can't watch. I can't. Bleep it, Abe. Bleep it. So I can't get into Handmaid's Tale discourse. My soul is already heavy enough. It's so problematic. And I was watching Kindred and he was like, I know that I read that lady is a I said, no, she's stop saying that. So what do you call these niggas? What do you call these niggas? Like
Oh, if I could call the episode Nigga Bitches. Oh, I would.
Oh God, this is why we can't have it. People be like, you need a camera in your house. I'm like, we don't at all.
No.
Oh my God, Noah asked randomly if people ever rolled out of Accessorize. This nigga's calling people. I can't have a camera in here. Her intrusive thoughts get the best of her often. So,
Oh God, you can't pass on intrusive thoughts to an 11-year-old.
no. And she's my kid, as we discussed. So it's like, this very out-of-pocket thing makes sense. And I will indulge your conversation.
Oh my God. But yeah, go subscribe to us on Patreon. Recovery Handmaid's Tale, Love After Lockup, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Survivor every week on YouTube. We have Wang Dang Doodles here. Join the Discord. It's going to be a good time. Discord is always live and popping. It's got all sorts of things for people to discuss and commune. My favorite section on Discord is people have been posting their pets in the Pets of Chaos section.
Aww.
And y'all got cows and shit. It's so fascinating.
Wait, what? I wish I knew how to work Discord.
They posted pictures of niggas running with cows. I was like, that's cool.
I love that.
Like,
Can one of you all put a wig on one of them and send it to me? I don't know why animals in wigs is so funny to me. I don't know if it's me entering my deep auntie era.
Like I'm always like I hate dogs just as humans, but I love dogs with sunglasses because it's always
it's just so cute.
Better fed.
Or this one lady I follow her, and she be having a bunch of babies. This lady be having babies every couple of years. This Vietnamese lady, because she does like good Vietnamese recipes, but it's just her in her crib with her kids and her nigga. And every time she has a new kid, she photoshops teeth onto it. It's so random. Because you'll be looking at this picture, you're like, this is a cute ass baby. And you're like, what's it has teeth.
Why has it got teeth?
Anyway.
But yeah, support us on the Patreon and everywhere else.
Bills. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Jade's thing is sold out. You could also still sign up for me for consulting and whatever.
Yes. More cities coming. Full transparency. XD and I are trying to plan a tour.
Yeah.
To a not major city near you. That's not a
Yeah.
slight. It's not gonna be New York,
You
LA.
let
You know what I'm saying?
You let us know where y'all want us to come, and we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
The more responses, and if there's more from a particular area, then that might be the town and area we go to.
Exactly that. Let's take a break and we'll come back with more show. Hit it, Claude.
Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
In 1792 BC, the greatest ruler of Babylon's Amorite dynasty, Hammurabi, came to the throne as its sixth king. Initially, he didn't seem to be interested in military campaigns.
He ruled for 43 years.
And we're black.
Always.
You had something to tell me.
Well,
or ask
first, COVID gave me a lisp.
What?
I noticed, I'm glitching, nigga. I'm glitching. Like sometimes I can't get my
It's
words
not
out
funny,
right.
but okay.
Sometimes I can't get my words out right. Sometimes I be on my Mitch, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I lisp and I'm like, where did that come from? I think like COVID disrupted me on my motherboard and fucked me up just a little bit. Not too crazy like some people, I'm so sorry. But like enough where I think I'm noticing it.
I don't disagree that that's a thing, though, because I've talked to people, friends who have long COVID, who have just never recovered completely.
Right.
And that also explains the way of the world as well. I think because remember, people didn't act this way in 2019.
Not like this.
You know what I mean? Because it's either COVID broke brains or isolation did. And I'm so to that point, yeah, and it could have manifested in so many ways.
Right?
Like, right. That's like this. I was watching let me write this down because I have a talk shows. Okay. So I was watching Tamron Hall. And I have how I feel about Tamron
Yeah, complicated feelings.
But there was this lady on there. Y'all might have watched it. Was it Tamron Hall? Yeah, it was Tamron Hall. With this lady who went into a coma and she came out of it and now she has an Italian accent. Just say coma, black lady, Italian accent. I want to say it was Tamron Hall. Cause she be having stuff like that.
Althea Bryden?
It's she black and she has blonde hair. Blonde, she's shortcut.
Videos.
What do you remember? What's your first memory after having the stroke?
Hi, I just remember to wake up into a ward, but I didn't know why I was there,
Yeah.
Winston telling me, my family telling me I have a stroke. I wasn't really sure where I was at the time as well, I didn't realize that I'd been taken from my house, from my bed, none of this,
I'm like, look at this. Oh my God. I didn't mean to say that like that. But yes, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
nuts. That's so interesting.
Interesting. So yes, that was just that. And then also, I have finally gotten myself into even though it's almost done, to the recent Drag Race season. And remember, I told you I was feeling complicated ways because of the over-consumerism, capitalizing and bastardization of the art. Which listen, I mean the show overall, sure, but it more, and I think as the queens came in, they're younger. It's just like a little harder to relate. But I said I'm gonna give it a go. Our homegirl Whitney was like, watch it. So I've been watching it. It's not bad. It is not a bad season at all. I'm not saying it's amazing, but it's not bad. And
So, I tune in every now and again.
Okay.
I do because I realize I do like Anya Nerve.
I love Anya, even though Anya's had a couple moments where I'm like, niece, we need to have a conversation.
And I do like Lexi. I like some of the queens on
Lexi.
there, right? Like Lexi,
Jules.
and I like. I think the only two I like are Lexi and Anya.
Oh no, Jules is very talented. The little Latino
Just because
one.
they're talented don't mean I like them.
No, she's cute. Like she's spicy, but like not in an obnoxious way. Her snatch game was funny. Her runways.
Who was she in Snatch Game?
Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did like the Bigfoot Snatch Game.
Yeah, I like her.
Yes.
That's her name, Jules,
Okay.
right? Maybe I got the name wrong. But
I thought that was.
hold on.
Okay.
Let me see here. Season 17.
I thought that was Anita. Or Anita was.
Season. I don't even think there's an Anita, nigga.
There is. I thought, right? Or Amiana. Something
Oh, that Ariani or Arianka. Or, I hate that little girl.
Yeah.
She irritates my titty nerve endings. She irritates the fuck out of me. Runways,
Corey got on my
phenomenal.
nerves.
Attitude,
I hate
awful.
it.
Corey, okay. So initially,
Corey is Plain Jane's
sister. Corey initially did get on my nerves, and I don't end up like loving Corey, but Corey did not get on my nerves as much going forward as he did in the beginning, if that makes sense. Like he has little funny commentary from time to time. You know, I do like how they're giving us a little bit of old Drag Race with just like banter and like shade, but not in a, they're not like fighting. It's not like the girls are fighting, but it's very much like, oh, I'm delusional about my snatch game. Girl, how was his snatch game? Awful. It's enjoyable in that way. I don't hate Corey. I haven't gotten to a point where Corey goes home, but I imagine it's very soon.
I don't.
But that little Arianka or whatever can go.
You know what it is? A part of me, I just particularly don't enjoy it. I just don't find many of the queens entertaining enough for me to care about an entire season, right? Like Anya and Lexi can't carry a whole season for me. You know, like for me to tune in for every week, right? It was different with even like Saphira, right? Like I would be even more like, there's nothing this season drawing me, or like the Sasha Colby experience, right? Like how I'm tuning in every week to see this effing twirl and whatever, even Georges, right? Like there's nothing here for me to be like invested in, right? Or root for. I root for them because the fact that they're queer and they're young and they're trying to get a bag, right? I hear you. Cool. But I'm like, I'm already gay and I do all that already. So I'm like, I don't want to sound rude, but like,
what do you call your book?
I'm gay and I'm OFATB. Yes. Instead of bar, it's buffet now.
But I hear you on those fronts, and I think that's what took me so long to actually watch the season, because at this point they're almost done. I think they're getting to finales soon.
It's almost time for it to end. If not this, probably in this month. You know, it ends right about a month before DragCon.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. But I will say, yeah, I think that's what took me a long time to watch it, but I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. I do root for Anya. I don't know if she's going to full out win, but she's doing a really good job. She's naturally just a good queen. And with a little bit more experience and a couple more years as far as like polish is concerned, she's going to be phenomenal. You know how like Saphira was really good because she was not only just an adult, but she was a polished queen as well.
That's a big thing that I have with this show. Like I have a real time connecting.
Yeah.
And this is And this is also what I have with Survivor, right? Like, I wish they would go back to casting old people or older people or people who are like my age now, because even with like gameplay or how to move, because Drag Race is a game show too, but like even how to like navigate the game itself requires some maturity. And it's just difficult for me to just not connect. And like, young gay shit is very hard for me to connect to nowadays. Because it's steeped in white.
Yes.
Gay.
One of the contestants actually, thank God he went home. His name was Joella.
Oh, yes. Katy Perry's
Yes, yes. And I bet you after a couple episodes, she was like, damn, I wish I never claimed that nigga. But
that was embarrassing for her.
It was very embarrassing for her.
Yeah.
But Joella did admit, like, you know, I have hidden a lot of my Chinese culture because I was trying to assimilate to whiteness, and, you know, and called out Anya for like, now granted, he was like, I love how you incorporate your culture. And I'd be laughing. I'm like, yes, because she does a lot of wax prints. It gets real black over here. I do love that she keeps it very black. But he's like, you know, I just haven't done that. And so they do like have their moments. That's why I said this is better than I thought it would be. The Snatch Game was actually better than I thought it would be. And it's better than the past few Snatch Games that we've seen, because you know that last one was rough. But Anya did well as Eddie Murphy. Jewel did well as Bigfoot.
It just their Snatch Game was, I liked Eddie Murphy. I liked the girl that's not Plasma, who played the Kim whatever girl
from Little Shop of Horrors.
Funny, I had no idea who she was until the
little one who can't read social cues, but they're very talented. The theater kid.
The white one who was related to Alyssa.
Susie Toots.
Not Susie Toots, because that's the black one.
No, Susie Toots is the white one with the theater kid one. Who's
the one that's related to Alyssa Edwards in the
that's the pageant one. That's the
that's who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about, she played Kim. She played the white woman on Snatch Game.
The pageant lady.
Like some medium or something. Yes.
Yeah.
I liked her. She reminded me, she gave me like when Katya did Susie Orman.
It wasn't bad. Like, and she actually made an effort with it.
Like,
the rest of them, they could have kept them.
I hate like
Lexi as Gilbert Godfrey, though. The judges were right. It was so bad that it was funny.
Let's move on down to Gilbert Godfrey. Gilbert Godfrey, what do you say?
They found copious amounts of pine sol in male ejaculation.
Okay, that's a very interesting answer. You gotta admit that.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Yes, and I wanted her to lean into that being bad a lot more, because that's very Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, very awkward. That's why I said there were more, because I feel like the previous season I hated the Snatch Game. There was nothing redeeming about it.
Yeah. Like, but to your point though about Joella hiding her culture. So there's the show there's this gay channel called Here TV. And so they do like a whole bunch of independents and shorts and whatever the fuck. And so there's the show, I forget what it's called, but like each episode is dedicated to a neighborhood in Los Angeles and a love story surrounding it, right? So in the Koreatown episode, there is this guy, it starts with a hookup, they hook up or whatever, and the guy slips off the condom during sex, which is a big no-no. And so then he tells the bottom what happened, and bottom got to go get tested, get on, get medications, whatever the fuck. But it divulging into or folding into them going on a date and all this good stuff. And it turns out like the top is like telling him like, oh, you're my first Asian like hookup or whatever, because he denied his Koreanness for so long because he wanted to fit in. because that's just the way LA operates. It was so interesting because the next day he was going to Korea to find his roots. But like, it was so interesting because, and I joke about this, but I do this all the time. I go into Glendale Mall and I shout into the abyss, "You're not white," because everybody who goes to that fucking mall, Asian or Latino or otherwise, believes that they're white and acts as such. And it's just like, what are you doing here? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, Drag Race is, I think Drag Race is for people who are into it now. You know what I mean? Or who have invested. Like, I think of it now as Top Model or Project Runway, right? Like, if you've been there from the beginning, then fine. I just, you know, I've kind of had to cut my losses. But
no, I hear you. And I get it. I'm glad that I did give it a go. And I'm going to finish it. Because like I said, I'm enjoying. And then it's kind of nice to also see how the young people engage and, you know, because I don't have any exposure to that otherwise. So it's nice for those reasons. I'm glad that I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just wanted to give you a little drag. We haven't discussed drag in quite some time, so.
No. But I did want to talk to you about this. So, like, we don't learn anything from talk shows anymore. And I say this because say what you want about Oprah, but you learned about the racism in Forsyth County. You learned about the cattle industry in Texas and how much of a mafia they are, right? You learned about for the good and the bad and the worst. Yes, the unwellness of Scientology was our first taste.
Truly, honestly, if I will give you that. I'll give you that.
and you think about, like, you learned about being on the down low when James L. King went on there and stuff like that.
That actually caused a problem.
Oh yeah, it ruined the Black community.
Yeah, it was a problem.
It was crack.
It was divisive.
Yeah, it was divisive, and Love and Hip Hop ruined the community, right? So, but you learned something, right? Even with like Geraldo, right? I think about when he got his nose busted because that was about gang violence in that episode.
And that's what you get, Republican.
Or when you think about like Sally Jesse Raphael, you learn about like people's finding their fathers and what that experience is, right? Like, right?
Yeah, or Dr. Phil to introduce us to bad behavior. I don't learn
nothing from Kellyoke.
Who the fuck is that?
Kelly Clarkson, exactly.
Oh. What'd you call her?
Because she has karaoke where she's singing for a fucking half an hour. When I love Kelly Clarkson.
Well, why she don't host the karaoke situation?
It's just like Jennifer Hudson. Most of her show was them looking at pictures and singing.
I told you the best part of Jennifer Hudson's show is the Spirit Tunnel. The Spirit Tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Call me auntie. It brings me joy.
My goal is to have a spirit tunnel.
I would like to. Yeah, I would like to have a spirit tunnel. I really do enjoy that. I do feel like it is probably the best part of the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Or when she sings, and I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah. They need to just team up and do a singing situation.
Yeah. Daytime sing-off.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Where you have all kinds of people come through. Oh, that's called American Idol. But just play it in the day. You know what I'm saying? American Sunlight.
Yes.
You know, a concept.
Yeah. But I'm like, I'm not learning nothing from daytime television. And I blame Ellen because I ain't learned shit from fucking Ellen.
No, because Ellen didn't do nothing but highlight white children who sang Nicki Minaj and sold Toyotas and, you know, did her stupid banter and God rest his soul, showcase the young man who passed, the DJ who passed away.
Twitch, yes. Yes, the dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was just, Chris and I were talking, I'm like, I'm not learning shit from nobody's like daytime television anymore.
Definitely
like,
not Flat Earth Sherry Shepherd.
No, not at all. So I'm like, you know, where it was a privilege to stay home from school, you know, back in the day, because, you know, you watch some shit, but you also learn some shit. Here, when kids stay home from, what does Noah watch when she at home from school? Her iPad.
She loves, you know, kids rewatch a lot of stuff. So she's very big into Percy Jackson.
Okay.
She watches K-pop videos, which, you know, I have my own personal battle with. I'm working through that. She watches Dance Moms and Dancing Divas.
Oh yeah, DD4L.
She watches
My World Is With My Girls, Living on the Dance Floor.
And yeah, I think that's been the most recent Percy Jackson, because she's writing Percy Jackson fan fiction.
My name is Percy Jackson. Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you could say that. Bad grades, bullies, all the normal stuff. And then there's some stuff that's maybe not so normal.
I walked in her room one day. I see her on her computer with her headphones on, and I just look at the screen, and it's like, the day the gods went to war or something like that. And I was like, okay. Yeah, she's a writer. Her teacher said she's a fan. She's a fantastic writer. She's very...
I'm not mad at it.
You know, like when kids tell you...
I'm just not a thought.
Right. She's a multifaceted queen.
It's of all things, right? It's like fan fiction. It's like, okay, you're writing. Yes, I encourage that. Percy Jackson. Okay, yes, you read Queen. And then it's like fan fiction. Yes.
She writes fan fiction. She likes mythology like her mother. She likes mythology like I do. And so Percy Jackson is like, you know, the young people's thing with mythology now. She also writes original content, but like she writes fan fiction. She writes original content as well. You know, I told you she got invited into the Point program, and she also, you know, wants to dance with DD4L. So like she a multifaceted Black girl, honestly.
A Brooklyn queen.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, because we actually have a real show, promise you all. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more Jaded XD. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hammurabi's conquests extended from the Persian Gulf to Syria. Although his empire wasn't as big as Sargon's had been, scholars rate Hammurabi as the greatest empire builder since Sargon. However, he set himself apart.
And we're back. Today, you know, there's a lot of some weird shit happening. You know, they're changing the rules every day and moving goalposts and you know, sending attack and war plans via WhatsApp. So we thought that we would talk about some of the outrageous, outdated, and outlaw law-ass laws that are out there on the books. Internationally and on Gilead soil.
Yes.
Under his eye.
Turtle Island. So the first one I found to be so fascinating, actually. Did you know that it is illegal to chain alligators up in Alabama?
No.
Yes.
But that's weird, though. I feel like you should.
It is.
Like, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you the official law. Hold on. So, okay. These are all of the laws around alligators. In Michigan, there's a law prohibiting tying animals to fire hydrants. Okay, so that's it. Florida, it's a 3rd-degree felony to kill or injure an alligator, even if they're in your trash can. It's also a felony to capture and keep an alligator or its eggs without a special alligator trapping or farming license. In Louisiana, it is illegal to tie an alligator to a fire hydrant in New Orleans. That actually makes sense. And then Florida, it's illegal to feed them because they were an endangered species as of 1973. You realize because the earth, you remember how much we heard about endangered species as kids? But now we are the endangered species, so we don't hear about it as often. Like, when's the last time you heard about a snow leopard, nigga? 4th grade.
Snow leopards are one of the world's most elusive cats. Nicknamed ghosts of the mountains, they live in the world's highest ranges and are one of the least understood felines.
That's true. You know, during the winter break when I was like taint deep in Nature Doc, they were talking about how endangered species lists and do they like when's the last time did species actually get off the list and stuff. And so they talked about the California condor and how there was only like 6 of them left, like period. And so they captured them all. And then like over like 5-year like
they GMO'd them.
No, they just made sure that nobody was out there shooting them. Because they were.
And this was the
hunted.
what now?
The California condor.
Let me look this up.
A bird.
A bird.
Yeah, and so they captured them all and kept them safe, and now there's like maybe now like 800 of them now.
Ooh, frightening.
But yeah, they now that there's wildlife preservations available. Same with lions. Lions were on their or Siberian tigers, excuse me. They were on their way to be extinct, and they did the exact same thing. Excuse me.
Huh. Okay. Okay. All right.
Because they have a big wildlife preservation thing in India for tigers. Because tigers
Makes
migrated
sense.
from Africa to India or to Asia. And they have a major one for lions because they too were being hunted because.
I'm telling you, we used to hear about the
evil.
snow leopards all the time, but we just don't hear about them no more.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
All right. So, like, I used to live in Connecticut. Connecticut is haunted.
Yes.
And,
New England.
Most of New England is. But some things they get right. Now, I've known, like, some things, like, even in France, you can't call champagne legally if it's not from the Champagne region of France. In Connecticut, foods have rules as well. A pickle cannot be a pickle unless it bounces.
She can't bounce like me.
In Connecticut. So what would they call it? A fermented cucumber? A vinegared cucumber?
It would be unfit for human consumption if it did not bounce. And when dropped from the height of 1 foot, it should have some bounce.
Well, now I'm about to do some
It seems like it seems as if this was a food safety situation. Well, not really. I do think it was like pickle growers or cucumber growers or pickle businesses and was like trying to like, oh, if your shit don't bounce, then
like
it's
that
not
ass.
legal. You can't sell it.
Exactly.
Like kind of like it seems to me like there's pickle farmers who made big gigantic pickles and then like cornerstone farmers and like, hey, your shit don't bounce.
You know, cornerstones piss me off. Like I'll eat them if they're there. First of all, don't give me no fucking sweet pickle. That's gonna piss me off. I hate a sweet fucking pickle.
Gay pickles down.
Yeah, then bread and butter. I'm not agreeing with you. No, not yet. I'm taking my yeah back.
Down with gay pickles. Down with gay pickles.
I'm tired of you attributing.
Boo.
Now I can't even look at blueberries the same.
pickles.
Like it's your fault. Like I hate
Or
when
like
you make
pears.
foods phobic. Like,
Pears are gay
no,
apples
stop! You're ruining everything.
because they're soft.
Now I'm gonna start calling you poached ass niggas. Like, see, you gotta get creative. Oh my God. How awful.
Like, can I tell you all something? One of my clients, this is about to sound really bad. Ooh, this is bad. But one of my clients, they're probably listening to it, and it was very sly how they did it. They called Elon Musk a booty scratcher.
No, wait. No, wait, no. Wait, no.
Yeah, that was a smooth way to say it. Because I had forgot. And I was
Because
like,
we should have forgot. That was divisive language.
It was.
It was divisive.
It was
divisive.
But I hate him.
No, I do. I hate him. And no, you don't get to Afrikaan
Booty scratcher.
it will never be all right with me. It will never be all right with me. Fuck you and your 2 A's.
Africa with 3 Ks.
Right, exactly.
If I could name this episode that, I would.
Africa. Wacky. You can.
No, I cannot.
I guess. You can.
You're
We call Afrikaans and then you put 3 Ks at the
They're gonna say we DEI.
You call it what Stevie Wonder has a song called Apartheid. It's wrong. You can just put that on there.
Both.
You can just put that on there.
It's wrong.
Speaking of weird food laws and also, the origins of hate. So Section 32 of the Salmon Act of 1986 stipulates that it is an offense to handle salmon under suspicious circumstances in England or Wales.
See, if I was a lawmaker, I feel like that's some shit I would author, right? Like the Salmon Act of 2025. I want to ensure that niggas stop using and braiding
salmon. You may not glaze salmon in the state of New York.
Yeah. Like, that's the type of law.
This is anti-black. This is anti-black. I do want us to stop braiding salmon.
No. Why is that contributed to us? Why is that?
Don't make me answer that.
No. I understand that we are creative as a people.
We are. We're innovative people.
And everything. I just think that is a subset of people that's not representative of the general quotient of black people.
Are we a monolith? No. Are the majority of people?
Yes, we are. I'm
brazen?
telling you, we are. Niggas are the same, and I wish people would stop lying about it.
Nah, I'm not the same with some of these niggas.
If we're all one auction block away, then we're all the fucking same.
If you want to take it down to grandma theory, not to be confused with Negro. Exactly. Two different words, 2 different meanings.
Yeah, 2 different words. In Maine, actually, no. And in Louisiana, it's illegal to send a surprise pizza. And I agree with that.
You know what? Yeah, because you don't get to bill me. Bring me the invoice for food I didn't order. Do people even still do that? That was such a thing when we were younger, like in shows.
Calling people and having like
pizza delivered to their house.
Deliver people to your house as a prank.
And the only thing they could do was pizza because the only thing that delivered was pizza and Chinese food.
You know, the last time I can't remember. It had to be the early 2000s, the last time I called for a delivery. Everything has been through an app since like 2010, 11. Because I remember ordering shit online and having it.
You know me.
You know what I mean?
So I like my
Well,
shit
let's
to be
see.
right. And I'm also a nerd, divergent. And then also, there's a lot of things going on. So like, I will call a restaurant. I just did it the other day because it's a restaurant I ordered from. I knew what I was gonna get. And I called them. I said, y'all ain't got no Cobb salad today? Are you 86 Cobb salad? And they were like, nah, we took it off the delivery menu today because we don't have any avocado. So we didn't want to send out a Cobb salad, no avocado, and then niggas be mad at us. And I was like, okay, very fair, very real. Okay, fair. But I will call. Like if something's on a menu and it's not on a menu anymore or whatever I'm gonna call that restaurant and figure out what's going on.
That's different as
to
opposed
placing
to I
an
like
order.
to put in an order for you to deliver it to my house.
Yeah, we don't.
Like
do that
I haven't had
anymore.
to do that since I lived in Bed-Stuy when I first moved to Bed-Stuy.
Used to keep a stack of menus. Like we don't have to keep a stack of menus anymore.
Yeah, like I recall like my first apartment and like in Connecticut at that. And it was like I had a bunch of pizza menus and whatever the fuck's around, you know what I mean? Famous pizza and all that stuff.
Yep.
It's also
or cheeseburger. Or,
yes,
Los Tres one.
Yes.
Like I remember when my neighborhood was gentrifying. And Tristan came over for the first time and we were going to order food. And so I pulled out the stack of menus in the rubber band. And he was like, damn, all that delivers over here. And I was like, it's crazy, right? That's what happens when white people start picking. I was like, we can order tacos. We can order Korean. He's like, what? But yeah, that was a transition in history.
$1 billion. That's a lot of dough. And that's exactly what Papa John's Pizza's been taking in with orders placed through the internet. The nation's third largest pizza delivery chain said it hit the milestone Wednesday after incorporating the web into the business 7 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. It's your turn.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because Popeyes was being built on it?
It didn't in Quitman, Georgia, because it's illegal to let your chickens cross the road in Quitman, Georgia. The law wants owners to have their chickens under control at all times. And so for the safety and the sacredness of their chickens, wait, what? And in Gainesville, Georgia, it is illegal to eat fried chicken with a fork.
Okay.
The law describes chicken as a culinary delicacy sacred to its municipality. So you can't eat fried chicken with a fork, only with your bare hands.
Yeah. Eat it like a real human being.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Down to the bone. Okay.
Yeah.
We had somebody on our Getting Grown Live the other day, and we were like, and Kia asked me, she was like, flats or drums? I mean, flats or drums, yeah. And I was like, flats for me. She was like, drums for me. So, we asked the people, what about, because we was playing this or that. So somebody was like, boneless. And everybody was like, now, hold on now. Who willfully picks, I'm just cry. Like when you start crying with babies so that they'll stop? Let's see it.
No, stop it. They look at you crazy.
Okay.
I gotta be honest. I hate when people call things boneless wings.
Oh, and because they're chicken nuggets.
And I get it. It's and people are like, it's not wings. It's like I do think it's silly, and I do think it's a marketing term.
It is,
or just a ploy. But I'm also like,
it's like when vegan restaurants put that.
If
stick.
we're talking. Don't piss me off. Because now,
put that stick in the middle of that cauliflower nugget.
No, yeah, you're wrapping this shit in fucking like collie skin and wrapping around a bone. Like, and you know what kills me is that they sell them shits on fucking Amazon. Talking about bones for your vegan chicken. Suck my dick. Get out of here. Like, don't like stop.
Bitch, skewers, bitch. This is a skewer.
Stop doing that.
Hold
that
on.
is a skewer.
Let me do this. Hold on.
And then the shit that you wrap around will look like gauze.
Bones for cooking.
They look like Lincoln logs.
Shocking.
That you're putting, like you're wrapping ace bandages around to make
There's a brand called Beleaf, plant-based chicken drumsticks. Beleaf.
So I was reading The Atlantic. I was already an avid reader of The Atlantic, but ever since Signalgate, I'm like, yes. But they have this whole article about the fall of plant-based meat and talking about how like niggas was like so gung ho until they were like,
Because I told you that day that when I was gonna open that burger spot with those guys, and I did all that recipe testing, and I used all that Impossible meat because it was a vegan spot. My hands smelled like peas forever. I fucking hated it.
Pea protein. Yeah,
and I like peas.
Because people are starting to realize that this alternative to meats aren't necessarily the most healthy for you or cheap.
Wait. You can dead ass. There's a whole site called fauxbones.net. A whole site. They have the faux chicken drum bone, the faux chicken drumette bone to the pack. Those are sold out right now. The faux rib bone set of 11 bones. The faux T-bone. The faux turkey leg bone. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, you can buy 100 chicken bones. Hold on, Tristan's here. And I locked the door.
So like it's like silverware.
Yeah, but like vegan bones for you to make vegan.
That's so fucking crazy. Like, why would you even because you're literally putting eighth bandages around plastic silverware. Yeah. That's fucking nuts.
Exactly.
That's so
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry.
Do they have fish bones?
Let's see.
Like, is it just?
Oh wait. Oh yeah, you're right.
Let's
go through the whole
I'm curious. Like, because then it's like now you're gonna have to like you're building a chicken or something, right?
T-bone,
and it's like you're like molding
chicken
meat.
Here, let's put fish. Now, why the fuck would you make something you could choke on? No. No faux fish bones. Yeah, it's right there on the floor. Yeah. Yeah, you can buy these fauxbones.net for our plant-based listeners. Oh, they're made from soy. Uh-huh. Yep.
Wow. Well, internationally, Japan has a metabo law.
A what?
And it requires a metabo law, and it requires individuals aged 40 to 74 to have their waistlines measured annually, aiming to prevent obesity. Now, this is so interesting because I watched this thing. I think this is Park in Korea, where they have like these like trees or like these like little apparatuses that you have to like slip through, and if you can't get through, that means you're too big or that you're too fat or whatever for the society. It's very phobic.
It's phobic as fuck. That's why they always talking about America being obese. Now, granted, yes, we are unhealthy. We are unhealthy because of the nature of our food stuffs.
Yeah.
And also our extremism and gluttony and so many things. But also,
let me get a big dick burger.
Right. Like, or like that nigga. Like, what's that nigga who runs around eating all the food at the spots? The bit like I ate the world's largest fucking pancake and shit like that.
Oh, Mr. Beast and all of them.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
People.
Yeah, the man who used to be on the Food Network doing all of that.
These chefs made the biggest burger in the world, which took place in this restaurant in Athens, Greece, where they got to proudly serve it to their hungry customers. But how many calories do you think it has?
But also they be phobic as fuck, cause let you get a little chub on you, let you get a little chub. It's a legal requirement to smile at all times except at funerals or hospitals in Milan, Italy. Now, I'm sure they don't probably actually like enforce that, but you are not allowed to be a stank face ass bitch in Milan, Italy.
Oh, well. Samoa is for lovers because forgetting your wife's birthday is considered a crime.
Oh, they be respecting their ladies too.
Yeah. That's why they have like mad children.
Ladies. Yeah, they be respecting their ladies. I like that. Wait, what? Leave your stilettos at home if you're planning on sightseeing around Greece's historic sites. High heels are illegal. Hold on.
As it should be. Like, you're not gonna
come in, and then come and sue us
and shit.
No, you're not doing that. Wait.
Yeah.
And you cannot build sandcastles in Spain.
In Mississippi, it is illegal to teach others what polygamy is. Which, I feel that's very uber Christian.
I feel like that's a juxtaposition.
Well, yeah. I mean, a specific sect of Christianity. Because, there's dueling ideas of polyamory and polyandry and polygamy and those type of things.
Now, I'm not attributing that to the black people in Mississippi.
No.
I just find that. But they're not the ones who made those laws either.
Not at all. I have something that's very ironic.
Okay.
In New Jersey, it's illegal to wear a bulletproof vest while committing a crime.
This is fair game.
So you can't be safe. You can't be safe and protected while you try to commit a crime.
No, how dare you? What do you mean?
Because it's open season, nigga.
But New Jersey,
murder capital of the world.
I'm sorry. New Jersey. So what happened? Here's my question though. It's illegal to commit the crime, and it is illegal to wear the bulletproof vest. Which one trumps the other? How much more time?
Do the crime if you don't want two in the chest.
That's the obvious answer here, but niggas don't always listen. So
no crime, no hashtag. That's what I'm getting.
If you're going to commit the crime, how much more time are you adding with the bulletproof vest?
Depends how black you are.
Okay. That is all right. The next weird law.
That's my answer for everything.
And that will I'll shut it all down. It's illegal to let a donkey sleep in the bathtub in Arizona.
Huh. Okay. Now, the next one lets me realize, I don't know. I bet you this is a recent law because some rich bastard decided to do this. But in Nevada, it's illegal to drive a camel on the highway.
I'm not surprised by that, actually.
I'm sure some rich, drunk bastard high on cocaine trying to relive the fucking hangover.
That's exactly
let's put a camel in the fucking Escalade.
I wouldn't be surprised by any law that's passed in Nevada just because of what has possibly occurred there. Okay. It's illegal to eat frogs that have died in frog jumping contests in California.
Oh my gosh, I was just talking about frogs yesterday. Have you ever seen Magnolia?
Seen what?
The movie Magnolia with Julianne Moore. It's got everybody in it. Julianne Moore, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Tom Cruise.
Oh, you've told me about this, and I said I was going to watch it, and I never did. Magnolia movie, not bakery, bitch.
What's his name? William H. Macy.
Everybody's in this bitch. God damn.
Everybody's in it.
Everybody. Bitch. John C. Reilly. God damn. Everybody.
Yeah, John C. Reilly. I can't think of his name. But basically, at the end of the movie, it starts raining frogs. Because the movie has a lot of religious allegory in it, and you don't catch it until you have to like really, really look.
Okay.
Because and this little black boy starts rapping, and he tells you what's going to happen in the movie, but you got to be like, oh, okay. It's a real like, let me get high and watch.
Presents with a double ass meaning inside a stove. With my riff and my frappuccino hit me though. Think fast, kiss me yo, cause I throw what I know with the resonance. For your trouble ass, feed it in the wind yourself off of the back of the shelf. Jackass, crackers.
Because it's some shit. But yeah. I forgot my oh yeah, it's raining frogs and all that stuff. So in Kansas, hitting a vending machine that stole your money is illegal.
So I'm supposed to just let it be?
I'm just supposed to eat it?
Right.
Like I'm just supposed to just let it go. Something lets me know that I bet you there was a lobbyist of a vending machine. So all of this gives me lobbyism, which is, you know, Americans speak of government corruption. Who like, I own vending machines. Let me pressure the government to do this. Blah 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 blah. That's so random. Why can't I? Why I'm not bashing a bat to the glass, but I do want to hit the shit so I can make sure my Skittles falls down.
Exactly. Like I deserve my famous Amos.
Yeah, I hate those cookies.
I do too. But they're always in a vending machine.
I know they're black owned and all that good stuff.
Are they?
But, you know.
I didn't know that.
Amos? That is a Negro name.
I don't know. When I found out Jerome was not, my world is upside down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Remind me to tell you who has an upside down face after we're done recording. I put like.
Well, now I want.
No, I can't say it. I can't say it.
Okay. Well,
I'll text it to you and then we'll talk about it later.
Well, now I want to know because maybe the audience needs to know too.
No, you'll see why after I say it.
Well, in Fairbanks, Alaska, it's illegal to serve alcoholic beverages to a moose.
See, again, they don't have shit to do. And I know this came from somebody getting a moose drunk off of whatever Alaska's version of moonshine is. What is Alaska's version of moonshine? What liquor?
They probably
originates.
They probably distill a lot of vodka.
Oh yeah, you're right, because it's cold, huh?
You know what I mean? It's cold.
They make hooch. They also make gin and vodka. But these niggas make hooch. It's called hoochinu. It's a potent alcoholic beverage. Oh, this is indigenous. Okay. All right. Specifically with the Tlingit people near Angoon, who reportedly made it by distilling fermented bark and berry mixtures with added molasses and yeast, taught by the soldiers at Sitka. Now, hold on now. What soldiers?
Probably.
But they make hooch in Alaska. Hoochinu.
Huh.
I love discovering new things.
I don't know.
Like that.
Well,
I love.
You have one more, two more?
Yeah, why not? Let's see. Okay. In Alabama, it's illegal to wear a fake mustache in church that causes laughter. I'm deadass. That is a law.
Well, speaking of funerals, in Massachusetts, a And I feel this one too. At a wake, mourners may eat no more than 3 sandwiches.
Oh, wait, where is this?
In Massachusetts.
On to something, you haunted town.
Yeah. Like, I understand we grieving and shit. And like, I understand that food be like helpful for the soul. But don't come to the repast and act like you ain't ate in weeks.
Bitch, unless you the widow or the kids.
Yes, because that food is essentially for the family.
Or the mother, whoever the immediate, if you are not the immediate family who does not have the strength right now to sustain themselves, which is why people started bringing food in the first place. But niggas do love to come through and quote unquote fix a plate.
I also find it very weird, repast in general, because it's like, why are we... This owes to my thing of homegoing and all that good stuff. But anywho, I'm always like, well, why are we all gathering and eating chicken after, y'all supposed to be crying
because
over
the
me.
only thing that's gonna get niggas through is the electric slide and a tuna macaroni salad. And you just need to accept that.
I refuse.
I'll be bringing all of those things to your repass.
I'm making an executive order to not do that.
No, nigga, I'm bringing lasagna. I'm bringing fried chicken, tuna salad.
Oh, I hate lasagna.
I know. But I'll bring a key lime pie in your honor. And I won't let niggas eat it. I won't let niggas eat your key lime pie.
Yes. With my ashes that will be turned into a diamond soon.
I'll dust them on the key lime pie. So niggas... Okay, so my last one...
Yeah, that's dark.
It was so you could be one, like, it was supposed to be like a Tory in honor, but that was about to go... What's worse than left? The last one I have is in Arkansas. There's 2 things in Arkansas. A, it's illegal to pronounce Arkansas wrong in Arkansas. And 2, no, deadass. And 2,
that's kind of funny.
You can't honk your horn near a sandwich shop after 9 p.m.
So I try to rationale, try to find the rationale, all this stuff, right? Like, I could see why, maybe a bakery, because niggas be sleeping in the bakery and you got to make up at 4 a.m. to make the donuts
Same with
or whatever
sandwiches.
the fuck.
Sandwiches don't get enough respect.
Yeah, but I don't think that you got to wake up at 5 a.m. to make sandwiches. Maybe in the 50s.
Yeah, what if they make breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, dinner sandwiches, catering sandwiches? Fried cutlet sandwiches, Italian hoagies. Sandwiches are not a monolith, XD. And don't you dare try to say they are.
They are.
No, they're not. Peanut butter and jelly and a ham and cheese are not created equal.
If niggas can be on a monolith, so for sandwiches.
No. Niggas are not a monolith, and neither are sandwiches. You'll never be a politician. It's time to go.
All niggas are the same.
I'm not like some of these niggas. No.
At the root.
No.
There's something.
No. You know what? Next week's episode, a list of niggas we are not like.
Next week is a celebration.
Oh, which one?
Next week is our 500th episode.
Yeah, I bet you're the worst in a relationship. I bet you the one that be pop up. Do you know what today is? It's the first day that we held pinkies.
No, that is monumental. 500 episodes.
No, it is.
Is monumental.
It is.
We're on our 23rd season of Jada XD. We're like Survivor.
Oh, I know. We're like America's Next Top Model. Getting worse every year.
We begin cycle 23 of Jada XD next week.
Oh my God, that's so stupid. Woo! Oh God!
I'm gonna go back at every 22 episodes. I'm gonna say it's the season.
No.
Listen, just like Survivor.
Oh God! Not a Drag Race ass podcast. We got All Stars, Italy, Thailand.
Kuala Lumpur.
Okay, of the Jaded XD of the world. Like it's so much of us.
With that being said, subscribe to us on Patreon, subscribe to us on YouTube, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.